Welcome, MashUp family. We are here with Wouters with Blood Assurance. We're here to talk about the All of Us research program. Really excited to announce that MashUp is a new partner with the All of Us research program, and we're here to talk to Lee today to find out a little bit more about that.
I'm Lee. I'm the Director of Operations for Blood Assurance Cellular Therapy Program. So we oversee research initiatives within our organization, like the All of Us research program.
Well, tell us a little bit more about the All of Us research program for the people who don't know.
Right, so brief introduction is the All of Us research program. The goal is to get 1 million participants to sign up. And the reason they want people to sign up is they want inclusivity and diversity amongst research participants from the U.S. The U.S. is a very diverse pool of individuals, and research hasn't always reflected that diversity.
Right.
And the All of Us research program aims to overcome some of the historical lack of diversity in research. So they want to recruit people to come in, sign up, provide some information, and they're going to use that information to promote what they call precision medicine.
Okay.
So precision medicine means getting the right, whether it be prescriptions or therapies to people to meet their individual needs. They want to make sure that the medications and therapies that you get prescribed match you as an individual.
Right.
And they want to use this database to be able to draw that information from to say, hey, this is why we need this.
Yeah, because we know that all medications, all treatments don't work for all people.
Right.
And I guess part of that is because we don't have enough research to actually know what may work for that particular group or ethnicity or subsect of people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and people who are historically underrepresented in research, like you just said, there's a lack of data there.
Mm-hmm.
And so bringing in and saying, hey, we want more LGBTQ plus people to participate in research. There's not enough data for us to be able to give that precision medicine approach for that group.
Gotcha.
So this is an initiative to bring in the data so that healthcare providers can give people the specific healthcare that meets their needs. So we do the research collections. When you come in to donate your blood and biospecimens and make determinations about, hey, here's people with these certain genetic markers that mean that they're predisposed to these certain conditions, or maybe they're not. And we know this based on previous research, but now we can say with this massive amount of information from 1 million participants, which is mostly made up of previously underrepresented groups in research, we can make some determinations that help promote precision medicine. But Blood Assurance, we are where you go to donate your specimens.
What specimens do people usually give
when they come here? You do blood and urine.
Okay.
Saliva are home kits, so
Okay.
you can elect to do a home kit where you just send in, like you would for a genetic background service. But those you don't get as much. They don't get as much information from that as you would from donating blood and urine, obviously.
Okay.
So you get to give more data and get more data back when you come in and donate blood and urine with us.
Can you expound more on the biospecimen collection process, and how do I know that when you guys take my blood or my urine that you're not going to make evil clones of me? I just watched Who Cloned Tyrone.
Yeah.
I saw what happened there. I
Right.
don't want that to happen to me, that I get murdered and then some evil person is coming back and taking my place with my family.
No, so your information security is legitimate concerns, right? Especially in the year 2024, everyone's concerned with that for good reason. So the All of Us research program has certificates of confidentiality from the U.S. government. They use all the best practices for information security. When your data is collected, it is de-identified before it is processed. When a researcher looks at this data pool of information, they're never going to see your name, phone number, social security number. They're going to see a de-identified donor identification number. All of the appropriate and best practices, those measures are being put in place to keep participant information secure.
What does that mean with the blood samples? Do y'all actually keep them here? Do you ship them off to somewhere else?
Yeah, so those get shipped off to the Mayo Research Laboratory for processing. They actually do all the genetic testing.
So tell me, why is All of Us and Blood Assurance working with partners like MashUp?
Yeah, so it keeps coming back to inclusivity, right? So we want community engagement. We're a community blood bank. We serve our community in the area that we collect blood. So just a little bit about us. As a community blood bank, we only collect blood from areas we supply blood to. We consider ourselves stewards of the community's blood supply. We don't own the blood. We are just make sure it gets safely collected, processed, and sent to where it needs to be within the community. And for us, we brought this program on as an extension to our commitment to community health. And we want to ensure that our community members are represented in research that will benefit them. And this is one of those programs that we believe will benefit the health of our communities, and we want to make sure that they're represented.
Because this is a blood bank, and MashUp is a queer serving organization. Being a queer man and being exposed to HIV potentially, I wasn't allowed to give blood. So Blood Assurance is specifically working with the community and working with different organizations and reaching out and working with queer organizations. What is the current guidelines, or how do you guys work with the LGBTQ population, even with giving blood?
Last year, the FDA changed the guidelines for who can give blood. And that change, we're very glad that it came. We're really excited to welcome a new group into the blood donor community. We know the LGBTQ plus community is very community oriented and focused on helping each other and support. And we're just really grateful to finally be able to welcome that very supportive community into the blood donation family. We've been working with LGBTQ plus advocacy groups to do a education and awareness campaigns that, hey, the guidelines have changed, and the main guidelines that have changed is men who have sex with men can now donate.
Okay.
And it's not based on sexual preference or gender anymore. Donation guidelines are based on like risky sexual behavior.
Okay.
So if you're in a monogamous relationship, then yeah, come donate blood. The only caveat is that if you take PrEP medications, you can't donate blood, and that's just because you can be HIV positive but test negative, have undetectable levels if you're on PrEP meds. And that's just a limitation in testing technology in the world right now. The main win from this is that, yes, you can donate, not based on a social prejudice against men who have sex with men. It's now based on scientific, hey, here's people who can and can't donate, and it's based on testing requirements.
Right.
So yes, we work with advocacy groups in the community to do educational awareness campaigns, answer questions, really do whatever we can to let people know this is a new way that you can now finally give back and help people in your community.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know that is amazing, and it really kind of opens up a lot of avenues for our people to be more involved and to help others that look like us. So I think that's really great. So what are the requirements for people to participate in the All of Us program?
As long as you're over the age of 18 and healthy, willing to sign consent forms, then you can participate.
Okay.
If you're HIV positive, you can participate. If you're taking PrEP meds, you can participate. Because it's a research program, this blood is not intended to be transfused to a human like the blood we collect for transfusion from blood donors. The requirements are different. So some people do get this conflated. They're coming to a blood bank and they think, oh, I'm coming to a blood bank to donate. But this is research.
Right. And actually it's probably important for people with HIV or who are engaging in other type of activities that may be considered more risky to participate in this program, right?
Exactly. Again, that's another advocacy and inclusivity point for all this research program, is that people with HIV, people with different chronic health conditions can come and donate and basically give researchers a way to learn more about them and their conditions, and get representation and make sure that they get that access to that precision medicine as well.
Right. And maybe we'll have better treatments for some of the ailments that these people may struggle with.
Exactly.
Can you walk us through the process of signing up?
When you sign up for the All of Us research program, you can go to allofus.org/MashUp.
Yes.
/MashUp. Or if you come into Blood Assurance, we've got different flyers with QR codes. Going to joinallofus.org/MashUp and signing up is the best way to get signed up. When you go on there, you'll sign some consent forms about just general participation, that hey, your data is going to be used for research. Consent to receive the results from your testing, because all of us will send you back results like your genetic ancestry. It's like if you've got genetic predisposition to having a lot of earwax or not, or if you do or don't like cilantro, which apparently is genetic. I don't like cilantro, and it popped up on there. My wife makes fun of me.
Seriously?
Yeah, it tastes like soap to me. And so
that was on the genetic thing?
So they tell you all about some kind of fun specific things like that. But they also will give you the list of the genetic conditions that they test for. BRCA1/2 genes, things like that are genetic carriers for certain disease indications. So they tell you those results, and they also will give you a list of medications that, based on your genetic results, that you may be predisposed to not metabolizing well, and then a list that you will likely metabolize well based on your genetic results. So you get a lot of information back. Some people don't want to know that. And so you can say, no, I don't want to know. But you sign those consent forms and a consent to share your EHR data. So you have the option to link your electronic healthcare record data to the All of Us research program. So electronic health records, you can link those to All of Us research program, and they'll link that with all the other information and your genetic results, and that just provides more data to look at and say, hey, they were hospitalized for X reason 5 years ago. Is there a correlation between that and any of the genetic testing results that we got? And with 1 million people's worth of that sort of data, they can make some specific determinations.
And they can find patterns and different things that will help them make better medicine, precision medicine.
Right, make better medical decisions, or at the very least say, hey, this is worthy of its own research project, to drill down and find answers to these questions.
Awesome. So let me get this right. So people will go online to allofus.org/mashup to go sign up. They will sign up and go through these consent forms and consent to being a part of the research project, maybe sharing their EHR. It would be great if people share their electronic health records, because it gives more data for researchers to work with. And then also they will consent to providing bio specimens. Last question. Can you share with us personally what is some of the things that you really get from doing this work?
I love just meeting people. So I love having the donors come in, and everyone's got a story to tell, and it's always great to meet altruistic people. I like meeting nice people, but also I know that this is going to directly positively benefit my community that I serve. And so the big picture, aside from getting to have great conversations like this with people in my community every day, I really like knowing that what is being done is going to directly benefit people in the community in the future.
Okay, that's beautiful.